So I apparently forgot to do these last 4 problems on Learning Target 2.2, right? This is Learning Target 2.2. So we'll just hurry and bust this out so that you guys can get the help on those last ones. Okay, so it says, what would happen to the mean and median if you retake the 50 test score and score a 100? Okay. Well, let's kind of take a look and see. Now notice the 50 is right here, right? So if we retake the 50 and get the 100, it's going to shift it over, isn't it, to the right. And since these are written in order, it's going to essentially make that median higher, won't it? Okay, so just looking, I'm going to assume that the median is going to be higher. Plus, if I think about the mean, okay, I'm essentially adding 50 more points to the total of all these numbers added together without adding the number of making more numbers. So also, the mean is probably going to be higher as well. Okay, so we can test that, and I think all these numbers start out with the same one, don't they? So let's find, we'll put this up here, the mean of just our regular data and the median, and then we can find the new ones, and we can double check our information, okay? So I'm going to add them all up and divide by how many there are. So we add them up and we get 937. We divide that by 12, and we get about 78.083, so we'll just say 78.1. Okay, then the median is between 85 and 86, so it'd be 85.5. Okay, so again, eliminating this guy for our median, right? It's going to shift everything up by 1, so we'd have between 86 and 87. So yes, 86.5 is higher, so we were right on the median. Then the mean, essentially we're adding to 937, we're adding that 50 to it, right? That extra 50 from the 100. So we get 987 divided by 12, and we get 82.25, so 82.3. So definitely that adjusted both of them by taking that lowest score, making it our highest score, adjusted quite a bit. Okay, number 18. Now, same thing, but what if we take this 85 test score, and now that score is a 100? Okay. Again, we're adding more points, so the mean's going to be higher, though probably not higher than it was before, right? So if we did that one at 937, we'd add basically 15 to it, divide by 12, and we end up with 79.3. Okay, now the median, again, we're going to take this middle one out, so is it going to affect the median the same way? Median was 85.5, so as we eliminate low with high, high with low, and so on, we end up again, 86.5 for the median, so again it makes that median higher. Okay, because we're getting a higher number. Now notice that they're both just being higher so far. Okay, now let's take a look at this one. So now what happens if we take the 90 score and change it to 100? Okay, well, we've been already saying how the mean and median are both higher, so maybe they're both going to be higher again. So let's double check again. We've got, it was 78.1 for the mean, and the median was 85.5. Okay, so if we calculate our mean, we end up with 78.91, so 78.9. So yes, that's higher. Now, not nearly as big of a leap in these other ones, because we're taking a much smaller number and changing it to a higher number, whereas 90 and 100 are only 10 points away. What about the median? Okay, well, if we do the median, on this one, 85.5. Notice it's the same. Okay? Because 90 was already that last number, so by making it bigger, we didn't change that, which is why when we talk about an outlier, say somebody scored on a test 200 points, okay? If that were the case, instead of 90, right, they retook it and scored a 200, that would be an outlier, and that outlier would drag up that mean significantly to 87 by, almost 10 points. That 200 would drag it up, whereas it wouldn't affect the median at all. Okay? Because if it's that highest number, we're only replacing one, and the median, that still counts the same regardless of how high of a number it becomes. So you take that highest number, make it higher, that's only going to drag the mean up, not affect the median. Okay? Same way if we take this 50 and somebody retook it and scored a lower score, wouldn't affect the median, but it would affect the mean. It would drag the mean down in that case. Changing these other guys in the middle usually ends up affecting both. Okay, so let's take a look at this last one. So now we retake the 88 score and change it to 100. So guessing, is it going to change our median? Well, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 1. Nope, because it was a number higher that we replaced. So median stays the same. So same. So I guess I should cross that out and put the median was the same. Okay, what about the mean? The mean, definitely we know it's going to get bigger because you're taking a bigger number, okay? And so you end up with a bigger number, and we get 79.1 for the mean. So the mean was higher. Okay, so apologize that I missed that and forgot to put that in, but there we go. So you're good now.